प्यार का कोई रेट कार्ड नहीं होता।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate. Arnab Goswami on The Debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, now time for the nation's sharpest opinion. I'll give a brief introduction to my next debate tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There is a peaceful, centuries-old Hindu practice in Tamil Nadu of lighting the Karthigai Deepam at Deepathun in addition to the usual locations. This is a centuries-old sacred practice, lighting a Hindu lamp. I don't know how this can become a threat to anyone. Now, the argument is it should not be lit because it will offend the views or feelings of sections of the Muslim community because there is a dargah close by. My question is simple, ladies and gentlemen. If a lamp is lit close to a dargah or even visible to a dargah, how does it offend Muslim sentiments? And why is Priyanka Vadra, Congress Party and DMK making a big issue out of this? Because they want to provoke the Muslim community, because they want to appease the Muslim community, they want to be seen as pro-Muslim vote bank. So Priyanka Vadra, Akhilesh and all go there and they say, how can a peaceful Hindu practice of lighting a lamp ever happen? And how did a High Court judge give permission for this? The judge's name is Honorable Justice Swaminathan. When petitioners reached the Madras High Court, completely following the legal process, to get permission to light the Kartikai Deepam, on 1st December 2025, Justice Swaminathan granted the permission. This has now led to a constitutional, political and administrative showdown. The Tamil Nadu government opposes lighting of the lamp. It says law and order might be disturbed. This is completely absurd, ladies and gentlemen. It's like saying that if some people perform the namaz, law and order will be disturbed 2 kilometers away. How does lighting of a Hindu lamp affect the rights of Muslims or the rights of those who are occupying the dargah? And why is the Congress Party leading a clearly and patently anti-Hindu movement? And why is it trying to threaten the High Court judge who has granted permission through a legal process with impeachment? This is parliamentary and political blackmail. It must not be allowed. But it also opens the whole argument of the limits of appeasement. Here are the facts of the case which needs to be in national focus, and then we'll debate.
A new petition raised saying that on the Deepathun, which is on the top of the hill, is where the lamp should be lit. As you can see, a small light there. That is where the police are now camping to make sure that nobody is entering the dargah or the Kasi Vishwanath Shivan temple, and also making sure riots does not take place.
For years, the Tirupurankundram hill in Tamil Nadu has been a site of complete faith and devotion. But the calm broke apart after Hindu groups demanded the right to light the Karthigai Deepam lamp on the hilltop. Clashes, protests, and a community rallying for rights On Wednesday, Home Minister Amit Shah had the opposition tongue-tied as he took them on for introducing an impeachment motion against the Madras High Court judge.
कोई जज एक जजमेंट दे तो जज के खिलाफ इंपीचमेंट लेकर आते हैं अपनी वोट बैंक को एड्रेस करने के लिए इंपीचमेंट लेकर आते हैं माननीय
A bench led by Justice Swaminathan passed an order allowing devotees to light the lamp. But what's appalling is how the opposition flocked to have the judge removed. DMK, Sharad Pawar's party, CPM, AIMIM, Congress, Samajwadi Party. 107 opposition MPs submitting a motion demanding the removal of Justice Swaminathan. The very opposition that has forever preached importance of fundamental rights is now rallying against a judge for passing an order in favor of Hindus.
The awakening of Hindus in Tamil Nadu, I think it is enough to bring about the desired result. But if at all it is needed, the Hindu organizations are working in Tamil Nadu also. They will let us know, then we will think about it. But at present, I think the issue can be resolved here only.
Why should lighting of a lamp offend anyone?
Joining us tonight to give perspective on what this is, what is the Deepam controversy, what is it all about, is it political or is it pure appeasement, is S. Gurumurthy. S. Gurumurthy is editor-in-chief of the Tughlaq. He's one of India's most prominent public intellectuals and a great friend and supporter of the Republic Media Network whenever it comes to issues of getting perspective. Mr. Gurumurthy, why is a simple, seemingly simple act of lighting a lamp, the Kartikai Deepam, which I'm told is a centuries-old practice, becoming such a flashpoint?
I want to make three undisputed facts first. Then I will go into what is the dispute now. The Thiruparangundram temple, or the Thiruparangundram, which is a mount, is a tradition that continues for 2000 years from the last Tamil Sangam period, which is in the 2nd century AD. That is the first important point. The second is the Deepatum, that the pillar on which the Deepam is lighted is dated 400 years back in the period of the Naikar regime. In that there is an inscription that people who are punyam, those who have done punyam, they will be able to light this lamp. And there is an Hanuman carving in it. And the book published by the Tamil Nadu Government Archaeology Department in 1981, it's very important. That says there is a tradition of lighting lamp by the local people during the Kartikai Deepam. It is there. It is an admitted fact in terms of archaeological evidence of the Tamil Nadu government. The book is published by the Tamil Nadu Government Archaeological Department. So three facts are settled. There is an antiquity, undisputed antiquity about the Thiruparangundram temple. Second, this 400-year-old pillar itself contains the inscription that it is for lighting the lamp. And the Tamil Nadu Government Archaeological Department book itself says that this tradition is followed by the people. So, there is no question of this being something new which has been taken up by the Hindus. This is the first point. Second point, the Muslims themselves have conceded repeatedly that they have no objection to the lamp being lit. So there is no question of a Hindu-Muslim issue here. If the Muslims oppose it, then there can be a question. Even though it is an age-old tradition, the Muslims are opposing. So the Muslims are not opposing. This point has not come out in the discourse at all. And the next point is that there is a dispute between Muslims and Hindus which has nothing to do with the Deepam. It is about there is a dargah. And the Hindus are not objecting to the dargah. This is another important point. That if the Hindus oppose the dargah, then there can be a problem between Hindus and Muslims. The Hindus do not say anything about the existence or objection to the dargah. The one point in dispute is that this mountain is sacred for Hindus, and so there should be no sacrifice of animals there, which the Muslims do. That is also subject to judicial determination, and the Madras High Court has held now that no animal sacrifice should be there. So that is a matter which is being judicially decided. The Muslims and Hindus have submitted themselves to judicial determination. So the only small area of dispute that was there, whether there should be animal sacrifice or not, is subject to judicial determination. And so there is no dispute between Hindus and Muslims at all. They are creating this dispute, and Justice Swaminathan's judgment is entirely based on facts and law. And they are trying to make a case out of it that this man is a Hindutva man, and that is why he has given this judgment. I am giving you a contrary judgment which he has made, which has hurt the feelings of the Hindus to such an extent that I had to write an article against Swaminathan for that judgment. There is a temple in Tamil Nadu, in the western part of Tamil Nadu, where women on a particular night, thousands of them go and pray and reside in the temple, those who have not got a child, and they pray for the child. One very extreme leftist and Dravidian man wrote a book that the women go there and all the riffraffs around that area go and impregnate them, and that is how they get the child. This book was approved by Swaminathan. How can a person who, even a normal judge would not do it, how can a man with a Hindutva conscience can permit a person to write a judgment about not only the religious faith of the people, faith of women?
Yeah, there are.
And that man is called a Hindutva man today?
No. The argument being presented, and I was very surprised, Gurumurthy sir. The argument being presented is that Justice Swaminathan is some kind of a Hindu zealot. He is communal. He is anti-Muslim. He is pro-Hindu. And on that basis, he must be impeached. Now, even if you make political views, I was surprised that they went to the extent of going to the speaker yesterday. Priyanka Vadra, Kani Modi, Mr. Balu, Akhilesh, whole delegation went with 150 signatures to have an impeachment motion against the particular judge. Amit Shah made a reference to it in his speech, but I don't know how the government will respond to this present situation. It also raises questions of overreach, because the Keshavananda Bharati case clearly protects the judiciary as a constitutional check. The same political parties which say that the judiciary must preserve constitutional norms and save the country from overreach by the BJP government is now going to Parliament and saying that a judge who has interpreted through a judgment should be impeached. This is a clear attempt, emergency style, Mr. Gurumurthy, of putting pressure on the judiciary.
I will make 3 points. One, if the DMK had only 2 members in Lok Sabha, this would not have happened. It is because they have 39 members in the Lok Sabha and extra in Rajya Sabha, they were able to put pressure on the Congress, and Congress, particularly Rahul Gandhi, thinks that DMK is a very, very important ally for him. So it is the DMK's blackmail of the India alliance. Most of them do not even know what is this lighting of lamp and all that, what is the tradition. Nor do they know that the Muslims are not opposing. Nor do they know that the judgment given by Swaminathan was in accordance with law, and Swaminathan himself has given judgments against the Hindus. So there is no question of Swaminathan being classified as a Hindu. Of course, Swaminathan has his views. There are many judges who have their views. But whether those views impact on their judgment, influence their judgment, color their judgment, and make them give judgment not in accordance with facts or law is the issue. Now, nobody has said Swaminathan's judgment is not in accordance with facts or law. It is only about Swaminathan. The question raised is about Swaminathan and not his judgment. Because Swaminathan is a Hindu, this judgment must be deemed as a judgment given in favor of the Hindus. So they don't look at the facts. This whole thing, Arnab, I tell you, in Tamil Nadu, there is an anti-national stream flowing for the last 100 years. And from colonial period, the church in Tamil Nadu has been allied with the British, and later, now they are allied with the Dravidian parties. Otherwise, the Christians are not, they do not belong to the anti-national stream. But the DMK has made them anti-Hindu. And they feel that with Vijay coming into the electoral scene, who is a Christian, they may lure away the Muslim Christian votes. And they want to tell the Muslims that even though you may agree, we are saying that it should not be done because it may create complications for you in future. They may ask you to remove the Dargah itself. Who is asking for the removal of the Dargah? DMK is saying this may lead to that. That means they are threatening the Muslims. Guys, you have permitted it wrongly. We are now trying to prevent some future damage being done to you. This is completely electoral politics, and this is communal politics. This is creating problems between Hindus and Muslims. This is the truth. Being in Tamil Nadu, I know it.
Now that the controversy is here and elections are coming, what about Hindu sentiment on this issue? Is this a mass issue? Are Hindus across Tamil Nadu surprised, taken aback with the ferocity of the opposition of the DMK, Congress and all affiliated parties to the lighting of the lamp? Or are people passive to this? Are people actively involved in this debate, you think, Mr. Gurumurthy? Will they in the future, now that the issue has sort of escalated?
The DMK has actually done something which can undo the DMK itself. The word Hindu, keep it aside for the moment. Murugan, Subramanya Swami, is called Tamil God. He is worshipped across all castes, all communities. He is a very, very powerful God. I don't think the DMK would be, I never thought they would be so foolish as to touch this. It is not like some other God which can be identified with the North or the Brahmin community or the Savarnas. This is Muruga. And they have been so foolish to touch this. If it develops, it has every potential to develop into a mass movement. And it can become a lighted match to a train of gunpowder. The DMK has been so ill-advised. For example, Karunanidhi would never have done this because he is a thinker. He knows about it. DMK has no thinkers. It has only mad people. And the DMK's associates are driven by leftists. They are driven by the Dalit activists. And so they have taken a position from where they cannot withdraw. I can tell you, Arnab, this is going to be the beginning of what I would call the Tamil Nadu type movement for Hindu resurgence, in the name of Muruga. I am 100% convinced about it.
Mr. S. Gurumurthy is chairman of the Vivekananda International Foundation as well, and he has an ability to look forward, and he does not prophesize. He is forecasting a particular situation. He says today that the DMK, they are not thinkers, they are mad people. But he's also saying that this is a very ancient Hindu tradition, and it is not associated with the North Indian strain of Hinduism, but something very essential to Tamil culture. So somewhere what Mr. Gurumurthy, you are saying is that even passive Hindus will get extremely upset now with this attempt to put down Hinduism, at strangulating Hinduism. And I think what you're saying is going to be a politically suicidal move.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Well, Mr. Gurumurthy, we are going to closely watch this. I thank you for your perspective and for allowing us to analyze what has been seen to be an issue limited to Tamil Nadu is going to become slowly, I think, a subject of national debate like the Dharmasthala issue was in Karnataka. And I'm glad that at least here on our network, the Republic Media Network, both on the Dharmasthala issue and on this Deepam issue, on the Karthigai Deepam issue, we are able to put the contrary but correct perspective to all our viewers. Mr. Gurumurthy, thank you very much for joining us. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. That now, Mr. Ratnakar Shetty, Ratnakar Tripathi, and Tala Amar Rashidi, and Sadhvi Jaya Bharti, and right-leaning political analyst Jaya Prakash ji from Tamil Nadu. Welcome. Now, Ratnakar Tripathi, does everything that is Hindu have to be opposed? I mean, I don't see, it is the most innocuous thing, you are lighting a lamp. Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of BJP. Does everything Hindu have to be opposed? If so, why?
That is your point. Did anyone do any illegal thing? It has been in dispute since long. Had it been so easy that it was everyday lit Deepam, Mr. Gurumurthy said that has been questioned many times. And the Madras High Court of 1996 ordered that the Deepam be lit ordinarily in the traditional place of the Mandapam of Arunu Subramanya Swami Temple Mandapam near Chipilarayan, Kovill. And Mr. Ram, previously someone else, now Mr. Ram went to the court, filed a case, and said, no, we want to lit at the Deepam. I agree with it.
But there is a...
Right. So, please, don't intervene. In 2014, the Madras High Court, Venugopal said that the courts cannot interfere in the spiritual, religious, optional practice of religion unless until the, statutory breach, constitutional breach. So let the court decide it. Who is opposing?
No, one minute. May I think you have a misunderstanding here. I want to go to MR for a moment, Sanju, before I come to you. MR Venkatesh, because he's given... I've only got a 7-minute window with MR today. MR, thank you for coming. Good to see you after a long time.
Pleasure.
Now, first of all, a small correction to Ratnakar Tripathi. Ayodhya Babri Masjid dispute was a religious dispute and the Supreme Court intervened. So I don't think I live in a vacuum where religion does not exist. You may like to live in an agnostic, atheistic vacuum. I am not. I am a practicing Hindu. Now, second point here. There is a legitimate process. Hindus have not gone and done anything illegal.
Dr. Goswami, I have much more of legal understanding than you.
It's all relative. You may think so. You may, if you like to believe so. I am not going to be. I'm not. You can. Even whether you may.
Give me half a minute.
No, 1 minute. I want to go to MR. I simply am asking with folded hands to my viewers today that we live in a country with more than 80-85% Hindus. We are told today, MR, that Hindus in a non-BJP government cannot light a lamp. Cannot light a lamp. If you light a lamp, you will be accused of starting a riot.
Yes.
This is absolutely senseless.
Dr. Goswami, let me intervene. Please. Nishikant
No.
Dubey, Dinesh Sharma categorically said
Okay.
the Chief Justice Khanna is taking the country to what? Home war, civil war.
Okay.
They want to put anarchy
Ratnakarji,
on
Ratnakarji, hear the other side tonight.
Governor.
I'm
So
not
please,
provoking Hindus, I'm telling them the truth. MR Venkatesh, what is the touchy?
Nishikant Dubey and Dinesh Sharma categorically said that Chief Khanna is provoking.
MR Venkatesh,
Arnab, can you lower the feeder? of this
Gurumurthy
gentleman?
sir came on the program and he said, Arnab, Muslims are also not opposing this. If Muslims are not opposing, why is Congress DMK opposing?
Yes, Arnab. In fact, as a devotee, I went to the temple even before I took up this case. I wandered in and around the temple area, met several Muslim gentlemen, and they all told me that they hold the Tirupurangundram hill with great reverence. It is only imported Muslims from Kerala and from other distant districts of Tamil Nadu who come and create this problem of animal sacrifice. That was the start of the problem when somebody started, an MP from Tamil Nadu started cooking biryani made of mutton up the hill, and that started the whole thing. And then what happened was, people went to the court, even then the Hindus went to the court. They made this Malai declared as Tirupurangundram Malai for the Hindus, and based on a 1923 civil court order. It was a very clear judgment of a 1923
Harish
civil
and
court
others
judgment.
on the right.
That goes
Harish
up
Tala.
to the Privy Council, and that becomes final. Then what happens? Another gentleman by name Ram Ravi Kumar, who is a petitioner in this case, comes up and shows me a 1996 order which says that 15 meters away from the dargah, you can light the Tirupurangundram lamp. That is the order of Justice Kanakaraj of 1996. Now, we went to the court asking for the implementation of the order 30 years later. Now, see the plight of the Hindus. You have a 1923 judgment which is reaffirmed by the Privy Council. You have a 1996 single bench order of the Madras High Court which affirms this. Then you have a 2025 order of a single bench of Madras High Court, Justice Swaminathan's order. Even then, we could not light the lamp on the holy day of Karthigai. This is the plight of Hindus in Tamil Nadu. See the state of affairs. Arnab, it is so revolting to see that you quote Article 25, Article 26, Article 19, Part 3 of the fundamental rights of the Constitution, all those things you do it. But at the end of the day, we are left lamenting, we are left showing the rule book, we go by the rule book, but yet the threat of a riot is enough. The threat of a riot, there is no riot. Simply the threat of a riot is substantially enough for the administration of the day to tell us, sorry sirs,
No,
we will not
but
abide,
tell me
even
one
if it were
thing.
a
When
quota.
somebody cooks mutton biryani next to a temple, Harish,
No, inside the hill.
then there is
On
no
the
threat
hill.
of a riot.
On top
Then
of
there
the
are no.
hill, which is
Then when
which is
somebody
supposed to be Lord Shiva,
when somebody
which is
cooks mutton biryani next to a temple or right next to a temple, then nobody is concerned about Hindu sentiments, Harish. But if somebody lights a lamp next to a dargah, it is a transgression of Muslim sentiments. I don't understand these double standards, this dichotomy at all. Harish, I'm sure neither do you.
Of course. As we always have a communal harmony exhibiting state like Tamil Nadu, we don't never go ahead against one's religious sentiments. Having said that, even on Tiruvannamalai, we have 13 lakh followers who have followed the Karthigai Deepam, and there is not even 0.01% of deviations of HRNC Act. Even here, the 100-year-old pillar where the lightening up during the Karthigai Deepam was happening, and it was done by the HRNC. So there is not even 0.01% of deviation but the order which is passed by 1996, which has been not delivered on 2014 and 2017, there has been a state given during the ADMK period, which stated that there is a new archaeological pillar which is standing from 1808 to 1809. There was one pillar which has been placed over there. And by 1871, there is another pillar with the geometrical survey which has been conducted during the British era. Those two pillars have been given during the RTA, which has been asked by Mr. Jaffer on 2022. The Survey Commission of India, headed by Mr. Narendra Modi, our Honorable PM, it is under his purview. The government has given a notification stating that those two are the archaeological pillars.
How is it hurting Muslim sentiments of a lamp? Forget all this.
No.
First of all, you are admitting that everything is in the area of antiquity. You are admitting that there is a 100, 200, maybe 2,000-year-old Hindu practice. But you are saying that a 2,000-year-old Hindu practice cannot be done in 2025. Why?
No one.
Why? Have we become an Islamic state?
No.
Or an
Even
Islamist
Islamic
state?
or Hindu state.
Jai Prakash?
Has given, no.
Jai
Arnab, let
Prakash
me
is coming in.
complete.
Jai Prakash.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Mr. Arnab, for having me on the show. See, thank you so much to Republic for, first of all, taking up the cause of Hinduism in Tamil Nadu. We are like the Pandits of Kashmir. In Tamil Nadu, we have been completely crushed by the DMK, and every Hindu is seen as an anti, they call us as we are the people who create unruly things. But let me break the two fallacies which the DMK has been building for years. First of all, they say Lord Muruga is a Tamil god. Let me first get you the facts right. During the 4th century, poet Kalidas in Chandragupta's time writes a poem which says of Kumara Sambhava, that is the birth of Lord Muruga. That is done in Sanskrit in the 4th century. From the 6th century onwards, all the upper Sundarar and they have been singing in praise of Lord Muruga. So with all this happening, who is this guy called Sikandar? Sikandar comes in as the last sultanate who Malik Kafur and Alauddin Khilji, they conquer Madurai. They stop and close Meenakshi Amman temple for 36 years without prayers. They close Srirangam for more than 30 years without prayers. They rape women. They kill people. They close the temple. And the Vijayanagara king...
How do you know that from WhatsApp history? Stop spreading hatred. Stop spreading your narrative of propaganda.
You can always counter me after I complete.
Nothing about the
Jai Prakash can continue.
Tamil Nadu. You know nothing about.
Let me complete. Don't shout at me. Kumara Kampa kills Sikandar. Sikandar is an occupier. Sikandar is a person who closed Meenakshi temple for 36 years. And he was skinned by the Kampa king and hung outside Madurai. That guy has got two. He has got two. There is one place called Goripalayam and one on top of the hill. First of all, there are two. There is one Sikandar Dargah in Goripalayam, a place in Madurai. There is one on top of the hill. He's an occupier. India is the only country which glorifies occupiers. That fellow closed our temple for 36 years. Please go and see the history. Yeah, they came in 1310 and until 1378. Until 1378, there was no puja in Meenakshi Amman temple or in Srirangam. It is the Vijayanagar kings who came in and saved the Hinduism in that place. Why are we being subject to all this? They are occupiers.
Because Jai Prakash, an attempt is being made to put an impression out here. And MR, please stay for a minute, please, on this.
Arnab?
As an attempt to create a notion here
Come in, please.
that Hindus have no rights. Ladies and gentlemen, what we are talking about is an old truth. The lighting of the lamp at Deepatun. You must all Google it, search it, find out about it. The truth is that this hill is historically, legally, judicially recognized as belonging to the Hindu temple, with only narrow exceptions carved out. Today, Sadhvi Jaya Bharti, the DMK government is giving a feeling that Hindus have no rights, and Hindus wanting to assert their rights are seen to be riot creators. But I'm totally shocked that in Parliament, the Congress went and said, impeach the judge. How dare a judge speak on behalf of the rights of the Hindu community? Which means it's an attempt at putting undue pressure on the judicial system to be anti-Hindu. Sadhvi.
Thank you, Arnab, for putting this context across to me. One thing that I want to be really, as a Hindu, I'm hurt, I'm offended, and I think you've spoken that historically, legally, archaeologically, this hill has been established that it is a Hindu site. But what is historically and observantly and right now in the eye of the nation, what has been established is that DMK is resolutely anti-Hindu, and it is not only the Hindu hate that it has all shown this time. They call us coronavirus, they call us malaria, they call us names, they over and over again insult Hindus, when they are sitting on the constitutional seats. And now they have, look at the haste, look at the hurry that, they lobbied in the parliament against Hindus. And it wasn't Muslim people who said, who had the problem with the judgment. It is the political parties who are also manipulating Muslims and telling them that you should follow our suit. So because, it is how they divide. They keep telling people whom to hate. They keep creating situations where there is communal tension, where people, they said like people across all the faith lines, they pray to Deva Murugan, and what they are doing there. I'm totally aghast at how Akhilesh Yadav, who might not even understand, Deva Murugan, is standing there. Look at him. They have not learned their lessons that, the Muslim appeasement has, the way they have been doing it has kept them out of power for the last 10 years. They are literally rubbing their heels in the sand, and yet they do not learn their lessons. They are still offending Hindus. They are on the rampage of Hindu hate right now. If any party has a problem with that judgment, they have other legal options available to pursue. What's the problem? What's the point of these politicians lobbying and calling for an impeachment of a judge? What misconduct did they find that he gave a judgment in his own legal wisdom? This is absolutely,
I can't hear it.
More than Hindus, Muslims should understand that they have been manipulated by these political
there's
parties.
another point here. There's another point I want to bring in here, Sadhvi, and I'd like to bring in Sanju on this. The similarity with the Ayodhya case is what I want to point about, Sanju, here. The Ayodhya case, 150, 160 years old, went on in court. So Hindus are patient. Hindus go through the legal process. Hindus go through every court, every appellate court, and then eventually, after more than a century, win the case. When they win the case, then all hell breaks loose, and you told the system was not right. Now, this particular case, Sanju, goes back to 1915. At that time, when the Dargah caretakers tried to build a mandapam using stones from the hill, the Meenakshi Devasthana, the then temple authority, objected 1915, around the time of World War I. And they showed documents going back to 1837.
Yes.
The question of ownership is not 2025. The legal issue has gone on since 1915. The British time collectors have recorded the dispute. And just one point here, before I give it to you, Sanju. The case has gone through subordinate judge Madurai 1923, Madras High Court 1926, Judicial Commission of the Privy Council London 1931.
Yes.
Hindus have been patient, have gone through the legal process. The DMK is telling the Hindus that even if you win legally, we will find illegal ways to cut you down.
Arnab,
to push back the Hindu tradition. Sanju.
Thank you. I heard Mr. Ratnakar, and Arnab, you made some fantastic points, and thank you so much for that very informative interview with Mr. Gurumurthy. It put things in perspective. I quickly want to just make a couple of points here. Yes, 1920, 1923, 1926, the civil court consistently said one thing. The entire Thirupurankundaram hill belongs to Subramanian Swami temple and the Kashi Vishwanathar temple. There are three things which are there inside those premises of the hillock. One is the Subramanian Swami temple, one is the Kashi Vishwanathar temple, and one is the Sikandar Badusha Dargah. Now, Arnab, you'll be surprised to know that the Subramanian Swami temple was built in the 6th century CE by the Pandya kings, and the Sikandar Badusha mosque came up only after the 17th century. So the first point is Hindus are so accommodating
that while the entire hillock belongs to the Subramaniam Swami temple authorities, they willingly, very generously said, ठीक है, दरगाह यदि यहाँ पर construct होता है, हमें आपत्ति नहीं है. So the first point is, technically, legally, the entire hillock belongs to Subramaniam Swami temple. तो हिंदू चाहे कहीं भी दीपम जला सकता है, not just at the stone pillar which is called the Deepathun. The most important judgment which nobody here seems to have spoken of is this. There was a judgment by the Madras High Court in 2017 which said that the decision of where to light the giant diya or deepam is the sole preserve of the temple authorities. Under the HRCE Act of 1959 and the HRCE Act of 1986, it is the exclusive domain of the temple management to decide where devotees will light the giant temple. The state has no business instructing the temple management that यहाँ पर दीपम जलाना चाहिए या वहाँ पर नहीं जलाना चाहिए. And in 1996 also, the Madras High Court said that the diya or deepam can be lit anywhere within the traditional premises of the mandapam, but it did not define what that traditional place is. And in 2017, the Madras High Court said that the stone pillar or deepathun, where devotees want to light the deepam, should also be considered a traditional place. So my second point is, if Hindu devotees want to light the deepam on the deepathun, which is the stone pillar and which is a part of the traditional premises of the Subramaniam Swami temple, bhala logon ko kya etraz hai? And my final point is this. The decision to impeach Justice G.R. Swaminathan is based on the premise that he wanted to change a core religious practice. But the core religious practice has been that the deepam should be lit by the devotees at a place of their choosing, because the temple management has no problem with the deepam being lit at the deepathun. The only people who have a problem is the DMK. And do you remember, Arnab, who was the chief minister in 1996? Who was the chief minister of Tamil Nadu between 1996 and 2001?
Others.
It was a man called M.K. Karunanidhi. He flouted the court judgment and refused to allow devotees to light the deepam at the deepathun. That was 1996, and in 2025, Karunanidhi's son M.K. Stalin, who's a Hindu-phobic bigot, decides to follow his father's footsteps.
Everyone, keep changing.
Do you remember the Sabrimala judgment? You had so many debates. What did Justice Deepak Mishra say in 2018? He said that not just menstruating women or non-menstruating women, it does not matter whether you're 5-year-old or 15 or 20 or a 65-year-old woman, it does not matter. Any woman can go to the Sabrimala temple and pay her obeisance to the deity. Whether you're menstruating or non-menstruating does not matter. And there was a hue and cry because Hindus said that Justice Deepak Mishra has tampered with a century-old practice. But did any Hindu say that Justice Deepak Mishra should be impeached? No. We gave our opinions. We filed petitions. Nobody said Justice Deepak Mishra should be impeached.
Did you obey to the rules?
CJI Deepak Mishra overturned.
Did you obey to the ruling of the court? You are giving lectures on the ruling of the court about judicial, and it came to you. You overruled the ruling of the court. You have shown no respect to the ruling of the court when the judgment does not suit to you. But when the judgment appeases you, you become the savior, the torchbearers of the judiciary and judicial.
No, we don't determine what is in the judiciary. 1 minute. I want to just go across to MR for a moment. You see the attempt, MR, I just want to go to you for a moment to get a perspective on this. See, let's understand here. Hindus are not trying to claim any new ground. Hindus in Tamil Nadu are trying to defend what is already theirs. As per 1931 Privy Council subordinate judge finding was upheld, everything, rock, terrain, peak, pathways, sacred spaces remain temple property. Now you are saying, what you're basically trying to say here, MR, what they are saying is Hindus don't have a right to exist in Tamil Nadu. Hindu shrines should fold up. We don't want Hindus to be there. anybody who is pro-Hindu will be told that you're anti-Muslim.
And Arnab Goswami, you are forgetting that the DMK government have done 3,000 plus temples, Kudamuluku, Kumbhabhishekam, last 4.5 years. So don't spin your.
I know that.
How much was swindled in this process? How much was swindled in the process? Can you tell me? So don't tell me all this crap about the DMK claiming to DMK is a party which is overtly atheist and has an anti-Hindu bias. So I don't want to get into a debate with you on this. We will meet you in the court. Answer our facts on the court. Answer our facts with your facts.
10,000 plus odds crores in electoral bonds and made their kitty with 10,000 plus crores in 10 years of their tenure. Go and ask to them first. Where does the
How much did DMK get as electoral bonds?
Go and ask to that.
How much did you get yourself? So don't tell me a party which is steeped in corruption and lives in corruption has to say something about this. And if you have a problem, go to the courts on this, just as I have gone to the courts. Don't teach the grandma, okay? We have gone to the courts, go to the courts and answer in the courts. Don't try to come to the TV studio and accuse somebody else who is not the show.
Harish Mohammed Ibrahim. Harish Mohammed Ibrahim.
Tell me Arnab Goswami.
Yeah. Harish Mohammed Ibrahim.
Tell me Arnab Goswami.
Since the DMK, your party says that we must eradicate Hinduism. We must eradicate.
No one said that. No one said that.
Of course, was this not said? Jayaprakash?
No.
It is the official policy of the DMK to. Jayaprakash versus Harish Mohammed Ibrahim. Yes, Jayaprakash.
The CM says that the mantras played during the time of marriage is so worse to hear. It is filth. Raja says that we should not have a single statue in the country so that Hinduism is eradicated. T.R. Balu comes on mic and says he flaunts. I have broken open so many temples. The worst thing is Ponmudi. He says you go to a prostitute, when you stand and do it, it is Vaishnavism, and when you lie down and do it, it is Saivism. What do you call that? Can you talk that to your religion, and will you keep quiet? What are you trying to tell us? We are living in a state, Mr. Arnab. This is the first time a national television is coming here
But Jayaprakash ji, I'll tell you one thing. I want to say one thing to you. Many people tell me. Jayaprakash ji, many people tell me that Arnab, there is so much injustice going on. There is so much injustice going on in Tamil Nadu. No. Many people tell me, Jayaprakash ji, first of all, let me tell you, I want the Tamil media to also wake up. I can only appeal. I can appeal to my brothers and sisters in the Tamil media to wake up. Stop following the line of the state government, which is ridiculing the Sengol, which is saying eradicate Sanatan Dharma. After all, Rahul Gandhi was quoted as telling the US ambassador that radicalized Hindu groups are more dangerous than Lashkar-e-Toiba. Please.
Priyanka Vadra has signed that petition. Out of the 120 MPs.
Why did Priyanka Vadra go and say impeach the judge?
Supriya Sule has signed the petition.
Putting pressure on the judiciary?
Why has Priyanka Vadra signed the petition?
The feeling is, the feeling is, 1 minute, everyone, you want to give a feeling, Ratnakar Tripathi, that Hindus are extremists, Hindus do riots.
They don't want the government to run by the constitution, they want the government to appease Hindus, run by polarization, appeasement of Hindus.
You see,
the majority
gained over 80%.
Akhilesh Yadav signed that petition. Karni Modi has signed that petition. Priyanka Vadra has signed that petition. Supriya Sule has signed that petition.
Together, not more than that. Well, two people together, please. Producers, help me in this. My point here is that, see, I want to bring you in. Tala, just for a moment, please. You see, we live in a country where Mamata Banerjee has been against Durga Visarjan. Sharad Pawar has questioned the Ram Mandir Trust. Uddhav Thackeray has arrested people for chanting Hanuman Chalisa outside his house. Right? A. Raja of the CPI says we are all opposed to Sanatan. right? And DMK is against Sengol and is saying we must eradicate Sanatan Dharma. In the middle of this, what we are seeing here, Jayaprakash, what we are seeing here, MR, is a beautiful phenomenon of Hindu consolidation in Tamil Nadu. Many people thought this will never exist. Hindu consolidation is happening in Tamil Nadu. And Hindu consolidation will lead to Hindu political consolidation as well. Because Hindus have realized that you are anti-Hindu. Harish Muhammad Ibrahim
tells us where the procession of Ganesha should go, whereas Muharram processions are taken up in Mount Road. How is it fair?
How is it fair?
They say the Ganesha procession should go in this street, that street, this street, whereas Muharram can go in Mount Road. Why, are we living in Pakistan or what?
Harish Muhammad Ibrahim, Tala Ahmad Rashidi.
Ask them to answer it.
The reason Tiruvannamalai Deepam have been carried out, almost 30 lakh people have participated. And the Madurai Kallar Festival, almost 20 lakh people have participated. Not even a 0.01%.
This gentleman seems to have got one line, and he's repeating it ad nauseum. He doesn't even understand the difference between Tiruvannamalai and Tirupparamkundram. What do I say of this gentleman? And my guru, Mr. Gurumurthy, put it very nicely that Kalaignar Karunanidhi would not have done this stupidity. This stupidity is a hallmark, and I will give Rahul Ratna Award to Mr. Stalin and to Mr. Udyanidhi. This is Agmark certified stupidity of Rahul Gandhi imposed in Tamil Nadu.
How will Hindus
give to Mr. Modi and come back to Tamil Nadu, sir? Gentlemen, please do that first. And as I said earlier, 30 lakh people have conducted their Deepam on Tiruvannamalai temple. There is not even...
Baba, this is Tirupparamkundram. Please understand this. This is as much difference between Makkah and Medina. Please understand this. This is not one and the same. Tiruvannamalai is a different Deepam. Tirupparamkundram is a different Deepam. Please understand this. This is a difference.
Why are you shouting, sir? Please listen to me carefully.
No, because you are deaf. You don't understand anything. I'm not shouting. I'm trying to put sense to you. I know that is impossible, but I'm trying. I will try my best. Don't worry about it.
In Madurai Kallar Festival, there will be always 30 lakh people will be participating. Not even
what is the Kallar? There will be several festivals there in Tamil Nadu. What is that got to do with lighting a Deepam preventing lighting a Deepam out of a court order? That is a debate.
Trying to do divisive politics in Tamil Nadu. People with much more sensibility.
Sir, you have already mixed politics. You have refused to accept a court order. That is the worst blasphemy you have ever committed. Here is somebody who has done the worst type of blasphemy by not, and that has been approved by the division bench. That you should have allowed the order of the single bench to be carried out.
Be vehemently doing their own thing. You will be kept aside.
I'm sure my friend Jayaprakash will reply to you on this.
Well, I have a feeling this time, I have no deep knowledge of Tamil politics, but I believe that when somebody tells Hindus you can't light a lamp, then they've crossed. No, you're telling Hindus you can't light a lamp. Sadhvi. Yes, Sadhvi.
Yes, so one point that absolutely this gentleman Harish has been putting across is that he's counting the numbers of Hindu processions or events going on there as if he's so outraged by that, and it has been like he's, ehsan kiya hai aapne hame wo procession karne dene. We are not living in Pakistan, so we have the right. Don't throw you're not obliging me by letting me do that. That's my fundamental constitutional right. That's my religious right. Don't position yourself in the DMK as if obliging. The country belongs to
my words. Don't spin my words.
Okay, viewers,
your deceptive name is as deceptive your actions are, Mr. Harish. The whole thing, you are an embodiment of deception.
Udyanidhi Stalin,
Sanju,
who said Sanatan Dharma is equal to dengue, malaria, rabies and COVID. Harish Ibrahim, do you have the guts to condemn what Deputy Chief Minister Udyanidhi Stalin said about Sanatan Dharma? You are a DMK acolyte. You are not a neutral political analyst.
No, I have said that. Even if those kind of oppression...
To malaria, to rabies, to COVID.
Madam...
Do you have the guts to condemn Udyanidhi Stalin?
Madam, why are
Don't
you
masquerade
screaming?
as a political
be calm.
analyst.
Please be
Don't
calm.
masquerade
Please be
as a
calm.
political analyst.
Madam,
You are
please be
MC
calm.
Stalin retainer.
Madam, please
you are a
be
DMK
calm.
Zarbari. You are a DMK acolyte. You are
Okay,
Hindu phobic.
okay. Fine,
You are not
fair
secular.
enough, fair enough.
Under the
Okay,
garb of
fine.
pseudo-secularism, you
Fine,
want to
okay.
revoke the fundamental
Okay.
rights of Hindus in Tamil Nadu because you want to
Okay.
appease the 43
Okay.
lakh Muslim Janta
enough.
of Tamil Nadu because Tamil Nadu
Okay.
is
Are
going
you
into
done?
elections next
Are you
year.
done?
I'm not
Okay.
done until you apologize for Udyanidhi Stalin, your leader's comments.
Well, I
will be
think
done
we
after
need
you
to
do so.
we need to truly look at this case only in one point tonight. See, everybody has a right to agree and disagree. But if you are saying in India that in Tamil Nadu, Hindus cannot light a lamp.
Exactly.
No
This
one is saying
offends
that. Only
people
you are
if
saying
Hindus
that.
light a lamp.
No one is saying that. No one is saying
An
that.
act of lighting a lamp becomes a riotous act, Amar. An act of lighting a lamp becomes one to incite. That means in India, in Deepavali, one day we'll be told, don't light lamps on Diwali. Somebody will get provoked. The day is not far. They will say, don't light lamps on Diwali. It is a provocative act.
Ready to be promoted every
Exactly, it's absurd, ladies and gentlemen. And these absurdities are exposed only on Republic. And I thank you so much for joining me this evening. It's a pleasure to bring to you, sometimes with dismay though, the things that are going horribly wrong in this country. We raise our voice to make a change. Good night and goodbye.
Time for a quick breather.